It's your girl Drama Queen coming to you with another reaction video for season 7 of 60 Days In. I just gotta tell y'all. Y'all are stressing me the hell out, season 7. Y'all stressing me the hell out. Whew. I had to go and get me a smoothie before I did this reaction video this morning because y'all, y'all, y'all had your girl on edge. Carlos, man, I got one question for you, and here it is. I'm gonna let my boy Tony ask you. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. Let's start with the easier participants and situations that occurred last night. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with Trinity. Let me get my notes up. Trinity is one that I don't know how to read her right now. And what I mean by that is I don't know. I can't tell if she's gonna make the full 60 days or not. I don't know. She's kind of like a blank sheet of paper that I'm just not able to read right now. But let's talk about the things that we discovered about Trinity last night on the episode. She has been charged with the aggravated robbery. That was in 2014. She also had a charge something with credit card in 2002. She spent 6 years on probation. So, kind of unlike the other 6 inmates that are a part of, or 6 participants that are actual or had been inmates in the past, she spent the majority of her time on probation. Now, one of the things that I did enjoy about Trinity, and I was like, I can really relate to her, is when Trinity was being transitioned to the place where you get arrested, and the production team asked her, like, what's going through your mind? And she's like, am I crazy? How prepared am I? And I remember just feeling that same way and thinking, like, I literally zoned out. I had to look at a video of my dog to just really get to the point where it's like, yeah, this is about to happen. So I feel like she is real in that point. She's not super excited. She's like, this is what I'm kind of going through. Now, one of the things that I really liked about Trinity is that when asked her why, she used a word that I love. And she said, I want to be impactful. I'm going to say that again. She said, I want to be impactful. She wants to demonstrate that you can grow and become a better person after being incarcerated or being in the criminal justice system. And I love that about her because a lot of people feel like if they have that scar on their record, that tarnishes them for life and that they can't do certain things. And you can. You can. And so that's one of the things that, even though I feel like Trinity, I still can't read her quite yet. I feel like when they showed her package or her story and I saw her talking to different people, I felt her spirit. I felt her spirit. She's 39 years old. She's a DJ that helps people re-enter into society after being incarcerated, and I think that is phenomenal. And so I think I'm going to enjoy watching her story. There was something that she said that really, 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 really stood out to me. Is she wants to help people learn how to go from felon to phenomenal. I'm going to say it again for those in the cheap seats. She wants to teach people, show people how to go from being a felon to phenomenal. That, my sister, is phenomenal. I think it's going to be interesting to watch your journey. I think that Trinity seems to be an introvert, but when she is in her passion, when she is in her purpose, and when she is talking and mentoring people, that extrovert comes out of her. That's what I'm feeling so far. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't, I can dig it. She says she has so many emotions. Normal feeling. She does look a little scared though. one thing that she said too that I liked is she said, I can never be ready, but I'm committed. And I think that's a good ass way to look at it. She didn't go in there cocky like some people. I can do 60 days in, standing on my penis, my penis, my penis. She didn't do that. She's like, hey, I don't know if I can make the full 60 days in. I don't know, but I'm committed. And that was something that I thought was genuine with her. When she walks into the pie and it was loud and intimidating, that's the shit gets real moment. Um, so I think that it's gonna definitely be interesting to watch Trinity. Let me go over my notes and make sure that's all I have for Trinity. Um, Trinity. I might come back to Trinity because it's some stuff when I talk about the women's pod that I'll come back to. Okay, let me go ahead. I did have a question, and maybe when we do our chat, somebody can tell me what is the difference between the colors of the orange and the blue. I think it may have even been a green. I can't remember. I know I wrote down orange and blue, but what's the difference of the jumpsuit? So I know, for example, when I was in Etowah County Detention Center, we had the ladies that were part of the drug program wore a pink shirt where we wore a purple shirt. So I just wondered what the different colors represented. Just my own little questions. I'm trying to see if I want to go into Lucky Chucky first, if I want to go into Carlos, if I want to go into the women's pie, if I want to go into Darius and let's go into Darius and Hunter. Let's go into Darius and Hunter. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So Darius, Darius was determined to smoke some weed. He was like, you know what? Hey, if I gotta go smoke some weed, I'm gonna do that. I've been setting it up. He was setting up the stage, saying stuff about weed. And I get it, you wanna fit in. But brother man. I got a question. Do you know how that weed came up in there? Now I know in the end, I know what had happened was. I know. I seen it with my own eyes. But at the start of episode 6, let me see. I don't know how much you can see. At the start of episode 6, not episode 6, season 6, there was a girl, Jennifer, that, she got her leg all cocked open and they're like, oh, 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 God, you got a gold mine. So, Darius, let me look into my hazel eyes. You went in willing to smoke some weed that had been in somebody's booty or somebody's cootie. Ooh, Darius, you some kind of different. Now, no, I'm just playing. Well, really, I'm not. But, ew, do you know how them drugs get in there? That is, let me tell you. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm glad they didn't show this. I don't care. I tell people, I've said it in videos before. Did I do any drugs while I was locked up? No. But I did smoke something. I smoked chamomile tea because it came in the jail in a box and not a butthole. So I was like, Darius seemed a little too eager to smoke that weed that came in somebody booty or somebody cootie. But hey, if you like it, I love it. Darius's roommate Hunter knows that the trustees, know how to get things, and that's usually how it is the trustees have whatever you need. And then Darius is smart ass mouth, everything you need except for a lighter. I'm like, that's my kind of dude right there, because that's something I would say, like, dude, for real. So they got everything you need, but I can't get no lighter. Now, here's the crazy thing. I was wondering as I was watching this, I didn't see this. I'm wondering, did you guys have electronic cigarettes? Like, because for us in season 7, even when we smoked the chamomile tea bags, the women would take apart the electronic cigarettes and then reconfigure it to spark a light to light they weed, they whatever it is that needed to be lit. Okay. For me, it was chamomile tea bags. All right. So they would take that apart and do it, and yeah, it's very ingenious. Um, y'all had me stressed out, Darius. Oh my God, when they came and got the dude next door. I know the feeling. Oh my God. So there was a time when we had cocaine in our room and they were just doing a random search. I was nervous as hell. I'm talking about bubble guts, just farting, just. I'm just thinking, oh my God, I'm not about to catch a real case because this ain't even my drugs, but then I can't snitch. What am I going to do? So I know the feeling because Darius was like, hun, they like, what we going to do? Oh my God. I get it. Jesus. Jesus. The bubble guts and the nerves. I was yelling at the TV, flush that shit, flush it. Flush it, flush the shit. It ain't worth it. Flush it. Darius was like, when asked about, well, were you concerned that you could have got a real charge for smoking the weed? Darius was like, I mean, nope. I mean, I was more afraid that I would get a real charge if I got caught with it versus if I smoked it. And I get that because Alex smoked on ours. I mean, and we'll talk about this a little bit more with Carlos because again, when you are putting people into a situation with inmates, you have to think, act, move like an inmate so you won't be standing out from everybody else. So I get that. It was something else that I don't remember if it was Hunter or Darius that said it, but I thought it was very smart. And I hope the people that are watching this think about this when you are going through something. 10 days could have turned into 10 years. Smart move. Smart move, smart move, smart move to flush the weed. Smart move. Okay. Let's see if I have anything else on Darius. All right, I think that is all I'm going to talk about with Darius and Hunter for this particular episode. Let's move on to Lucky Chucky. Lucky Chucky. Lucky Chucky. Lucky Chucky. I wonder how the hell he got a name, Lucky Chucky, when you spent 26, if I remember correctly, years in and out of prison and jails. That don't sound lucky to me. That sounds like an unlucky Chucky. And from the information that I've seen on social media, it looked like Lucky Chucky's unlucky Chucky again, because it looks like Lucky Chucky might be going back into the criminal justice system. And this time, he won't be able to experience a headache. Lucky Chucky, today's Friday. I hope you get your shit together in the next few days. Or we're gonna miss seeing your TikTok videos and your reaction videos on Thursday when 60 Days in premieres. We're gonna miss it. Get your shit together. All right. So Lucky Chucky starts complaining about the sheets and the towels. Bruh. You didn't lay on somebody else's blood or throw up. Get some damn balls. You talking about you can do 60 days in on your penis. Grow some balls. Shut up. ew. Like, even his voice irritates me. And it does. And again, like I said, he's still 60 days in, family, but you ain't got to like all of your family. Mm. And that's so Mary Had a Little Lamb. Anyway, I'm going to be fair. Let's talk about Lucky Chucky. I feel like Lucky Chucky could really help his roommate Nicholas. I feel like they had a lot of common. Lucky Chucky claims he grew up in Chicago. He was, involved in a lot of gangs. And it was just a way to make money, robbing people, selling drugs. But we gonna pause on that. Let me get out of my notes and get strictly into this good video. Because even though I feel the way I do about Lucky Chucky, there was something that he said that really perturbed me, pissed me off, and let me have further respect for those, even including Lucky Chucky. I don't even want to say it. Everybody on season 7. So you mean to tell me Sheriff Reginald, we'll see. You mean to tell me that you bringing these people in this jail and you doing quarantine, but you not testing people? You not giving people COVID-19 tests? What in the hell? How you going? Jesus, take the wheel. I was angry. You are quarantining people, but you don't even know if they have COVID. So you bringing people into jail, you're not testing them, you have absolutely no idea if they have COVID, and then you're putting them in a room with somebody else. You're not isolating because you can't isolate. You can't isolate because you don't have enough space because you got too many inmates. You can't social distance, but you're not testing the inmates. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That is stupid. Sorry, stupid. Now, unless Lucky Chucky's lying, but I don't think Lucky Chucky's lying. How the hell? I know it's expensive. You had a responsibility, Henry County Jail. You had a responsibility, Sheriff Reginald. You had a responsibility to make sure that these people were safe. You had a responsibility, Chief Michael Yarbrough. You had a responsibility during COVID. Now, maybe testing occurred and maybe Lucky Chucky didn't know. Maybe Lucky Chucky missed it because he was doing an interview. Hell, I don't know. But that shit pissed me off. Because COVID ain't nothing to play about. We've lost lives of many people. I've lost family members. There is no way, especially bringing a program like 60 Days into a facility, a jail facility, during the pandemic where they're letting people go out of jail and you not testing these people. You have got to be kidding me. Oh! I was on edge. I was on edge. Now that I found my center, that irritated me. I wrote in my notes, wait, what? They not testing anyone for COVID-19? Oh, shit. And then Chase got sick. Now, here's the thing. Even though Lucky Chucky, Chase, whatever you want to call him, is not one of my favorite people, there is nothing worse than being sick in jail. When I saw him throw up, I actually felt empathetic and sympathetic for him, and I didn't think that would be possible because I threw up a lot. There were times when too much information, but people have their thoughts on why I volunteered. I was shitting and throwing up at the same time. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And then the fact that he actually thought he had COVID, I actually did feel sorry for Lucky Chucky there. He had some very, very, very valid concerns with the fact that you got people coming in and out and you're not testing them for COVID. I cannot imagine the fear that he felt, especially being locked up, especially with COVID, especially knowing that You came into the jail facility and you didn't get tested, so hell, probably nobody else got tested. I don't I don't I don't understand it. Lucky Chucky. The CO. There is a saying that you get more bees with honey than you do vinegar. I felt like when he was trying to get the CO's attention to get the Tylenol, I felt like he was doing too much too soon. Like I can go from 0 to 1,000 if I need to, but I don't think it was warranted. And then when the CO came and he's like, "Dude, where do I know you from?" I was like, "Oh shit, oh shit." Oh God, the program's about to be over. Oh my God, Lucky Chucky, why did they pick you? Production. Let me just say this. Y'all gave me shit with my YouTube and all of that. Y'all gave me shit. I had to wipe shit and do shit and change shit and do all of that shit. I just kept thinking, if this CO knows him from TikTok, it's about to be a problem. But it looks like he knows him from Cook County. So I was like, okay. Something else, a conversation between Lucky Chucky and Nicholas when they were talking about they don't call gangs, they call them organizations. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The dictionary defines gangs as an organized group of criminals. Again, the dictionary defines gang as an organized group of criminals. So let's examine how the dictionary defines organization. They define organization as an organized body of people with a particular purpose, especially a business, society, or association. So at first I was like, yeah, y'all reaching. But first part, maybe particular purpose. Yeah, I guess I can see it. Okay, all right. Nicholas. Nicholas, Chase's roommate. One of his biggest fears is one of a lot of people's fears. And it's why a lot of people are not able to fulfill their true destiny is fear. Fear. And Nicholas had fear so much, fear of change. He had fear tattooed on his face. Fear is why the recidivism rate exists and is so high. It saddened me that he buys into the hype by tattooing on his face. Lucky Chucky, I hope you use this as an opportunity to mentor him. His biggest fear is change. His biggest fear is change. How many people can say that their biggest fear is change? I'll wait. I'll wait. But you cannot get to your true blessings if you don't make changes. Don't make changes. I thought that Lucky Chucky and Nicholas, their roommate situation was perfect. Like I thought Tiffany and our roommate situation was perfect. I don't know if that's something that production or the chief or the sheriff have anything to do with, but I just felt like it was a great match. Um, I just hope that Chase uses this as an opportunity to mentor him. Lucky Chucky is it's funny because he said the Nicholas is impressed by his charges, and it's like, dude, you're two peas in a pod. He's happy about his stuff just like you. You on TikTok, talking about what's going on with you and being all braggadocious and stuff. You guys are two peas in a pod. So I just, I kind of found that interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and dive into let's dive into the women's pod. Trinity is a mess. She was talking about Erica. She action Jackson. She live at 5. Actually, Trinity, I have a confession. I have a confession. This is my gut. My gut. My gut is telling me that. Trinity, I think that you might have your first Henry County girl crush. Oh, I think Erica has a girl crush on you, girl. I think she wants you. She like, oh yeah, girl. Oh, I saw her, girl. Okay. Let's talk about the women's pod. I just got a little bit about the women's pod, and then I might have to go put some vodka in my smoothie to attack Carlos in this episode. Women's pod. Erica needs mental health. Erica needs mental health. It saddens me at the lack of mental health in the jail. It saddens me the lack of mental help in health in the jail. I agree with Rose. She was begging for some attention from someone, from anyone. She wants the help. Now, here's the thing that kind of irritated me about the women's pod. As someone that is sickly and has been sickly my entire life, and to have been accused of my sister, my older sister, of being a hypochondriac and just wanting to get attention growing up, which is far from the case. I did get a little beside myself when I felt like Rose was wondering, is this girl faking these seizures? Because I don't know. And it made me feel some kind of way because I know as inmates do exaggerate stuff to get things that they want. That's what made it hard for me as a person that really suffers with celiac to get the food that I wanted because people lie, they go overboard, they create scenarios. If they have health issues, they over exaggerate. And I just wish that, I hope that's not the case. I don't know because I'm not there. But I was, I don't know. I hope that, I know that she's crying out for help, but I hope she's not faking. I really do. I hope that she's not faking because that's not, as someone that, as you guys can see, I got sick when we filmed 60 Days in season 6, and I had to have a total thyroidectomy when you saw my feet being swollen. And it's nothing worse than somebody not taking your sickness serious. And it's because people do fake all of the time. So the fact that Trinity and Rose both are thinking, maybe she's acting. I was like, well, maybe she is. I don't know. Jasmine came in there and she wanted all the smoke. I mean, it's jail, baby. It's loud. You can't come in there and demand and stuff, especially when you are a new booty. And but Erica, when she said "f you and your kids," I was like, whoa, 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 Erica, tame it down a little bit, take it down a notch, Erica, take it down a notch, sister. You can't say F somebody and their kids because when women are in prison, that's the number one thing that they're sensitive about. You cannot talk about somebody's kids or their baby daddy while they being locked up. No, ma'am. No, sir. I saw that there was another Miss Williams. You guys are going to go to lockdown for because if you say anything else about the way that we're handling this. Okay, so I get that y'all, the CEOs, may think that Erica is overboard doing too much. But what if it's the time that she wasn't? It's like the boy who cried wolf. That's why I don't believe in that shit. You cannot cry wolf, especially with your health, because nobody's gonna believe you. So you're gonna put some people on lockdown because they're trying to get you to go in there and see about it and make that piss me off. And I said, oh, we got a smaller and thicker than a snicker Miss Williams this season. Okay, all right, cool. All right, because we getting kind of long on time. I'm gonna go ahead and move to Carlos because I got a lot to say about Carlos on this episode. I don't even know where to start. Like I don't even know. Let me see. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Okay. Okay. Why Carlos? Why I just looked like he was in the cell doing the Tootsie Roll and the butterfly. Like, hey, the camera's on. I'm about to dance, show you what I got, how I made them babies, baby. Ugh, Carlos, you give me anxiety. Carlos, I had to take my anxiety pill last night. You just had my anxiety bad. I don't even know where to start with you, Carlos. You in here starting a damn pill commissary. Like that can be dangerous. Um, you did say something, Carlos, that I did agree with. Inmates do know the facility like the back of their hands. And I know that the weaker inmates are often used as pawns. And I feel like Davion, he picked on Davion because Davion wanted to eat. He knew that. And, he felt like it was okay. For me, I am an advocate for the underdog. I don't like that, but I get the mentality. It's the inmate mentality. It's the mentality when you're in jail. I didn't believe you, Carlos, when you said that you was worried about Chase. I didn't believe you. That's like me saying, I'm gonna tell you what that was equivalent to and how I didn't believe you. This is what I this is how I felt like I was watching you say this. Imagine me on season 6 when Jennifer said that she had sex with a demon. I was so worried. I didn't believe you. I didn't believe you. Like, dude, whatever. Oh my God. Chase, you did not say the chief and the sheriff are there for the wrong reasons and they want. They're there for the wrong reasons and they want to be the star. But you here for the right reasons. I just, again, when you have editing, Carlos could have said that on day 60 and we're just seeing day 17. So maybe there's some things that we'll see later in in the season. But I thought it was a little cocky to say that, and I'm here for all the right reasons because I don't know, you was Tootsie Rolling and Butterfly, and that ain't part of your mission at the beginning of the episode, Carlos. I think you thought you was on Soul Train and not 60 days in. But I do have a question for you, Carlos. Did you get your pharmacy license? Are you like a licensed pharmacist or something? Because what I don't understand is how in the hell you were able to differentiate which pills are for what. Like, so you a pharmacist now? Okay, so you didn't went to jail and got your pharmacist. Okay, you got your pharmacist degree, your license. Okay, I got you. The funniest thing was the old shit look. When you have somebody that's usually confident and cocky, and then they get put in this situation that they have no control over, they don't understand, they don't know what's going on. The damn old shit look when he was called out and he saw the sheriff and the chief. He's like, what the like what? I didn't get no signal. What am I? Why? Like, it's like he couldn't even get it out. Like that look on his face was priceless, priceless. Mm, mm, mm. Sheriff, sheriff was pissed. Sheriff was pissed. I can understand both. Well, no, I can't understand both. Let me be real. Carlos could have jeopardized the entire program by saying that about Chucky. Now, me, I'm a strategic person. I would have kept that stuff to myself and not broadcast that I knew him. I would have kept that in the back of my mind because then that probably let Lucky Chucky know, Chase know that you're a participant as well. Possibly. You guys start talking. You don't always have to show people your hand. You don't always got to let people know what you're thinking. I would have been like, he would have walked by and I would have been like, and then I would have went back to my room like, hey, production. I just saw this dude named Lucky Chucky that I know from TikTok. You don't always have to let people know what you thinking, what your move is, that you know them, any of that. I would have kept it to myself. You never show your entire hand. I just would have watched. I see why I could have put the entire program at risk. Now, here's the funny thing. This is what I see happening. Chase is going to use that as an opportunity to tap out. Chase is going to use that as an opportunity to tap out. He's going to say, well, I felt like my cover was blown because he said my name and people were going to think, it's cameras in here and then I got to be a part of it. And I get that. I probably would have felt the same way too. But I just, not a smart move. And I get why the chief and the sheriff were concerned and how that could have really brought down the whole program. The chief deputy, Michael Yarborough, he said no acts that can be criminal. Okay, so here's my problem with Carlos on this episode. I love Carlos to pieces. You get so cocky on this episode. You get so cocky and you say, like, Sheriff said that there weren't no drugs in the jail and I bought you drugs in the jail. Let me just tell you, like I said, even though you're family, I gotta get in your shit. You do not get brownie points for bringing prescription drugs that were already in the jail that was given to the inmates by the staff. You don't get brownie points for that. What you get brownie points for is bringing things like cocaine, heroin, weed, clone, crack. Those are the things that you get brownie points for. You don't get brownie points for taking drugs away from people that may need them. They probably do need them. And I know that Carlos felt like, okay, well, these are pills that are like mind altering drugs or drugs that help them sleep. They probably need them because otherwise they're going to be hard to get along with. I just felt like I was not a fan of that. You want brownie points that you, in my opinion, you didn't earn. You did not earn brownie points with that. You still, depending on what your mission was, I can see how you may think that that would be helpful, but I had a problem with it last week. I did. I did because there's no mental health in the jail. So the only thing that is mental health in there for some of those inmates are those drugs. Am I a fan of that being the only thing that's there for mental health? Hell no. But I'm also not a fan of somebody taking it and making a profit off of it. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. Carlos said that he's being treated like a real inmate by the sheriff, the chief. Carlos, you're being treated like a real inmate because you were acting like a real inmate. And you even said that your mindset is different. So, as a participant and as an inmate, we go in there, we have two different mindsets. You were acting like a real inmate. Now, when I went in there, I was acting as an inmate, but I've been in jail. I ain't never made it past intake or whatever it's called. I never went into general population. But there are some things that you do that are black and white. No. There are some things that you do to protect yourself. However, this is what happens when you hire past inmates to be participants. They go back to that mentality that kept them safe. They go back to that mentality that kept them alive. They go back to that mentality that kept them paid. They go back to that mentality that kept them fed while they were incarcerated. And I ain't mad at it. But it seems like the show wants two things. You want them to go in there and get this information, but you don't want them to act like an inmate. But that's why you hired them. That's what they're accustomed to doing. But I think that because there's a stigma to them actually being real inmates, I can see how the chief, the sheriff, I can see how they would treat them like real inmates. I can. I think that my anxiety level is high enough talking about this episode. So, on that note, I like to hear what you guys have to say and what you guys thought about the episode. What did you think about Lucky Chucky and his opportunity to mentor his roommate Nicholas? What did you think about Carlos and the Peel police? What did you think about the women's pie? Let's talk about it. I want to know what you guys think because this episode had me on H. All right. Well, Drama Queen is out. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Tune in next week so we can talk about next week's episode. And until then, I'm out. Peace.